fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And there's Vasquez on the assist by LeVert. And it feels like deja vu.
Yeah, you know, we just saw this matchup, partner. But often when you play a team a second time, the outcome can be different, especially when you haven't had games in between.
Now here's Beasley. 3 points Vasquez. It's the three-point bomb.
Dialed in from behind the arc.
Nets have got all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Dellavedova. Tips it up. Here's Middleton. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
How about the save there by Middleton? Outsmarting the defense, able to get that second chance look.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Bucks trail by 4. And in right side. And another basket for Milwaukee. For Brooklyn, they've got 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Vasquez kicks to LeVert. Pass to Vasquez. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly.
I'm going crazy.
Not so much.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. A different look for Milwaukee. John Inson's checked in for Beasley. And Terry's subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And the Nets making a change here. Count the basket.
Most think of him as a deep shooter, and that's accurate. But Harris is also not shy about doing damage closer to the rim.
Here's Brogdon. Hangs it midair and converts on that double clutch late. Brogdon's got 6 points. The Nets have gone 7-9 from the field. Nice start offensively for them.
He did not want to pick up his second foul this early. Now he's got to be careful.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And typically, a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Great atmosphere in this building tonight. The fans were primed for this game.
It's the second from the line. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 1. The shot's good from Henson.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Here's Booker. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Henson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he was relentless in that one. He wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
No one. Terry against Bogdanovich. Here's Middleton. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so both teams trade buckets in the first quarter. Nets out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll get going after this from the BM. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing with one another. That can be infectious.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
falls.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Terry, that's a 2. And a great assist by Brogdon. Goes in. Terry's got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee. And the foul on Jason Terry. That's his first foul. Chamberlain's checked in for Steve Novick. And the Nets making a change here as well. Stevens is checked in. Here's Vaughn. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Brogdon, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here's Stevens. Pistons up.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro. He's going to have to start playing with more force. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to Stephens. On the wing, Harris. Here's Jeffries. And not sure what he was thinking there. Bucks leading by 3. Right, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them.
They're going crazy.
Time by Henson utilizing his size was perfect.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Craig Monroe checked in for John Henson. Beasley comes in for Chamberlain. Antetokounmpo checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Terry. Monroe's shot is good.
Great ball movement there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Now here's Vasquez. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring. And it's only their first turnover here, so they've done a great job of protecting the rock.
Yo, we're going crazy.
That just isn't fair for a big man.
Here's Bogdanovich. That falls.
Their first ever shot
Vasquez has got
after a minute.
18 feet out. And that one comes up a bit short. That's trailed by 7. Young in the corner. He tries for 3.
But he misses.
Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-6 run. Top of the key.
No, I'm sure.
Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Well, they coasted to the win, and that were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet.
Yeah.
You can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
There's Vasquez. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And stolen by Scola. Pass to LeVert. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Beasley. From down in the low post. He goes. It's an 11-point Bucks lead.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how Antetokounmpo is on defense. I mean, he's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Booker, he's checked in for Young. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Scola, a screen on Giannis. Pass to LeVert. Three-pointer. pass. Bucks leading by 11. Here's Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm going crazy.
Stopping Antetokounmpo, not just the length, but he plays with passion you don't often see.
Here's Bogdanovich for three, and so it's the Milwaukee Bucks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build.
Looks like you're winning now. I'm
More in
winning.
store for you right after this.
In the Western Conference, James Harden.
TBM, triple-double machine, James Harden, one of the premier stat stuffers.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Smooth operation.
Swoosh.
Intelligently.
Yeah, if you look at the shots they're getting, they obviously had a game plan coming in. So.
That is our
Bruh, I'm crazy.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Malcolm Brogdon really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Beasley into the lane, and that one good. Beasley's got 7 points. And Greg, one change for this season, a lot less back-to-backs on the schedule, and that's a good thing.
Yes, and decompressing the schedule is always a good thing. Players can rest more, we'll have less injuries, and the fans will get to see the best players play at a higher level.
Booker finds Stola. Back to Booker. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He's got 6.
And you got to respect. Look at this Booker. I mean, crafty at finding ways to get close to the bucket.
Here's Giannis. Giannis, automatic inside.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And we're an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Down low. And the dunk by Booker.
Even though he's a little
catching
undersized,
her.
Booker plays bigger than he is and with a lot of heart. Boy, he's a tenacious dunker.
Here's Dellavedova, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Dellavedova's got his second basket of the game. Over in the corner to Vasquez. 6 the triple.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with them. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts of the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
You look at Antetokounmpo, and I would like to make a move up on the consideration he's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year.
They're not gonna make that. I knew it.
And as always, we'll get the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Vasquez. Target with his 3.
They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this game.
And it's been a well-rounded